Alright, John, we're just going to keep on going. There's only 2 more questions for us to work on together, and then that will be it. And then you will have the responsibility of finishing up the rest of those homework assignments by yourself, because after that point, then all this stuff is out of the green book, and it's you know, practice for your Regents exam, except for the practice test on probability. I might try to do that on a video for you if I have enough time tomorrow. But let's just finish this stuff up really quick. So a family with, and then they forgot to put the number in there. So let's just pretend family with 5 children is selected at random. What is the probability that the family has at least 3 boys? Well, what did it mean before if I told you I would pay you at least $50? That means 50 or more. So in this case, we're going to set up each part of our equation. Our n is going to be 5 because we have a total of 5 children. Our r, because I said at least, that means at least 3, meaning 3 is the lowest number. So it could be 3, or it could be 4, or it could be 5. Which is kind of unfortunate, because that means that we're going to have to do 3 separate equations for this. But hey, that happens. It's not the end of the world. Probability of success in this case is that I get a boy, and that's 1/2. And the probability of failure in this case is that we get a girl, and that is 1/2 as well. Now let's go through and set up each of those equations, and there's going to be 3 of them. So like I said, let's just forget about the 4s and the 5 for right now. Let's just focus on the r is equal to 3. I'm going to set up my equation just like normal. 5 choose 3. My probability that I get a boy and the probability that I get a girl. Now remember, the exponents represent how many times I want these things to occur. How many boys do I want to have in this case? Well, my r is equal to 3, so I want 3 boys. If I have a total of 5 kids and 3 of them are boys, that means 2 of them are girls. Plus, forget about that 3, and now let's focus on the 4. 5 choose 4. The probability that I have a boy, and in this case I want 4 boys, and the probability that I have a girl, and if I have 4 boys out of a total of 5 kids, I'm only left with 1 girl. Forget about that 4, and let's focus on the 5. Last equation. 5 choose 5. Probability that I'm successful, or that I have a boy, and I'm looking at r is equal to 5, so I'm going to have 5 boys in this case, and the probability that it's a girl, and if we only have 5 kids and we have 5 boys, that means that there's 0 girls. And then we can go through and we can simplify each of these equations step by step. So 5 choose 3. That is 10, and I'm going to write it as a fraction. Multiplied by 1 cubed is just a 1, 2 cubed is 8, times 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4. And then I'm going to keep on going and simplifying the rest of those. 5 choose 4. Five choose 4 is 5. 1 raised to the 4th power is 1. 2 raised to the 4th power, I believe, is 60 something. Oh, 2 raised to the 4th power is just 16. I'm losing my mind. That's okay. And then 1/2 to the 1st power is just 1/2. Plus 5 choose 5 is a 1. 1 to the 5th power is 1. 2 raised to the 5th power is 32. Yep. And anything raised to the 0 power is always just 1. Okay, and then I can go through and simplify each of these. This turns out to be 10 over 32 plus 5 over 32 plus 1 over 32. Add all those together. I know that I did it the right way because all my denominators are the same. So this ends up to be 16 over 32, and I'm going to leave it like that. Okie dokie. Alright, last question, and then we are done for this section, done for the new stuff. Done, done, done. Okay. Spinner is divided into 3 equal parts labeled A, B, and C. Sometimes it just helps to draw a picture so that you know what you're looking at. Okay. And it's spun 3 times. What is the probability it will land on a vowel at most twice? Well, what's a vowel? A, E, I, O, U. So we only have 1 vowel right there. Okay. And we're talking about at most twice. So that's going to take things into consideration too. Let's set up our equation. N is the total number of trials that we have. We're spinning it 3 times. So the total number of trials that we have is 3. R is the number of trials that I'm particularly concerned with. In this case, it will land on a vowel at most twice. And if I say I pay you at most $50, that means 50 or less. So in this case, we haven't done one with at most. In this case, if it says at most, so 50 or less, in this case it's we want it to land on a vowel at most twice. That means that it could be 0 times, it could be 1 time, or it could be twice. So we're going to have to do 3 yet again, but that's okay. And then I want the probability that it lands on a vowel. And taking a look at my spinner, we only have 1 vowel out of a total of 3 options. So that's just 1/3. And the probability that it will not land on a vowel, well, I have B and C. That's 2 out of 3. I'm going to use these numbers to set up my equation. So let's just take a look at the 0 first. Forget about the rest of them. I'm going to set up my equation. Let's do 3 choose 0. The probability of success and the probability of failure. How many times do I want to get a vowel? In this case, if my R is 0, apparently I'm going to get 0 vowels. So if I'm spinning it 3 times and I have 0 vowels, that means I'm not going to get a vowel 3 times. Plus, forget about the 0 and let's take a look at our 1. 3 choose 1. Probability of a vowel and probability of not a vowel or a consonant, just in case. We like using that word instead. Okay. How many times am I going to get a vowel this time? Well, this time I'm looking at 1 success. So out of a total of 3, that means I have 2 things that are going to be failures. And then my last one, forget about that 1. I'm only looking at the 2. This is going to be 3 choose 2. I want to land on a vowel twice this time. That means I'm not going to land on a vowel once. And then I need to go through and simplify this. 3 choose 0 is just a 1. Yep. So 1 over 1 times anything raised to the 0 power is a 1 again. 2 to the 3rd power is 8. 3 to the 3rd power I think is 27. Oops. Yep. Plus 3 choose 1. I'm pretty sure that that is a 3. 3 choose 1. Enter. Yep, 3. 3 choose 1 is 3. 1/3 to the 1st power is 1/3. 2 squared is 8. 3 squared is 27. No. 3 squared is 9. Losing my mind yet again. I'm sorry. Plus 3 choose 2. That's another 3. times 1 squared is 1, 3 squared is 9, anything raised to the first power is itself. And then I can go through and simplify each of these. This is 8 over 27 plus 3 times 8 is 24 over 27 plus 6 over 27. So add all those up. 24 plus 6 gives me a 30. 30? That's not right. 3 choose 1 is 0. 27. 9. 24. 8 plus 24 plus 6 is 38 out of 27. That cannot be right. That doesn't make any sense. What did we do wrong? Let's see. Probability that will land on a vowel at most twice. 0, 1, or 2. And we spent 3 times. And a vowel is 1/3 and not a vowel is 2/3. 3 choose 0. 0, 3. What did we do wrong? 2 to the 3rd power is 8. Sorry, John, let me just figure this out really quick. 2 to the 3rd power is 8. 3 choose 1 is a 3. Oh, there it is. 2 squared is a 4, not an 8. So 3 times 4 is a 12. Yep. So 8 plus 12 plus 6. There we go. It's 26 out of 27. That makes more sense. Alright, sorry. The reason why I thought that it was wrong was because in probability is always going to be a value that is between 0 and 1. And when I had a bigger number on top than on bottom, that meant that the fraction would reduce to like 1 point something. So it would have been bigger than 1, so that didn't make any sense to me. So, okay. Alright, see, sometimes even math teachers make mistakes. But that's pretty much the gist of it. That's what you're going to see on the test. I'm hopefully going to get a chance tomorrow to go over the practice test with you. But this is homework number 582 to 583. That's also homework number 115. So you have 2 sets of page numbers to do for homework number 115. The rest of the homework questions, John, are out of your green book except for this practice test on probability. Hopefully you still have your green book as well. My goal is to go over the practice probability test with you and then also to try to work through a test on here or out of here and just go through those questions with you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that just because the program that I'm using to record these videos I think expires tomorrow. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that. So text me if you have any questions. I know that you can do it, and good luck. Okay.